don't want you to look at me as a teammate, but as a member, an uninsured member. And then I want you to reflect on why you do what you do. In this picture, I'm sitting next to the most amazing woman that ever lived. We were married. Our marriage lasted 30 years. When we married, I saw her. I knew I was going to marry her. I had holes in my shoes, borrowed pants, and I saw her and I said, "You're supposed to be my wife." Went out that first week, got a diamond ring, and told her, "Let's get married." She said, "Take the ring back." So I did. I took it back. It would take her some time to get the vision, but eventually she did. Couple of years, in fact. But we would marry, have 5 wonderful kids. And she thought I was Superman, even with the holes in my shoes. So we started a business, and we built it into a successful business. No marketing, no business acumen. She just knew that I loved people, and I could treat them right. So together we grew. We went from eating government cheese, that orange cheese, to flying all over the world. And then an aunt been my first love, my best friend, and that aunt had the same effect as a recluse spider. So for 6 years, I would see the woman that I adored die from the inside out. And as her husband, protector, friend, all I could do was sing her favorite songs, rub her forehead, wipe away her tears. My handsome boys kissing her. That was the last time they kissed her mom like that. Because after that, she would go into a comatose state. And what we said and what we did, she couldn't respond. She's an amazing woman, and out of her ashes came life in the form of a new son-in-law and a new grandbaby, and a tremendous opportunity. Miss Rhonda Winfield called me, a recruiter, and she said, "Mr. Brooks, USAA has decided to move forward with you." What she didn't know that day is I was dying, literally. I'd just gotten out of the hospital from stress, and I was dead on the floor, and I got that call, and she gave me life. So when I walk through these doors, it ain't a job to me, it ain't a career. It's what I must do, because that woman there, she taught me how. Now, we didn't have life insurance. We built a great business. But who's thinking of life insurance when you have money in the bank? So with all of her medical expenses, it was over $2 million. Over $2 million. And after she passed, I went to the director of the medical facility to talk to her to see what we could do. And she looked at me and she said, "Your friend called last night, asked how much you owed, and she paid it all." Not all of us have friends like that. But what I want you to take away from this is that when you speak to a member, let them know that USAA is their friend, that we'll be there when their family needs us most. And this suit, well, before she passed, after multiple surgeries, amputations, operations, even with her eyes trying to save her vision, she could barely see. But she said, "Let's go buy you a couple of suits, because one day you're going to stand in front of very important people, and you need to be ready." So as I stand in front of very important people, I want to thank you for the opportunity, for allowing me to come and share my heart. I'm emotional if you couldn't tell, but I love life. I love this life company. I love all of you, all of our members. The guy who's cleaning the toilet, I love him, and we don't even speak the same language. But that's what I'm here to do. So I want to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce to the stage the president of Life Company, Mr. Brandon Carter.
Awesome.